Alright, and welcome back. So, my apologies, I should have been more clear. It's three-part video series. Three different videos, meaning I just didn't have a chance to set them all three up at once. So I had to do it kind of on the fly here. My apologies. Yeah, so this reading is going to be the Testament of Levi. So, also just letting you guys know, next week I'm going to do the next three as well. The same exact way. I'm gonna try and set all three videos up right after this, so I don't have to keep making different ones. And so you guys will be more aware. My apologies again. I hope everybody's doing good today. I hope you enjoyed the last two readings just now. Just kind of checking the chat here, making sure everything's all good. So yeah, look, everything looks good. Everything seems to be set. Alright, so we'll begin with the Testament of Levi. I'm just another kind of FYI. You know, Messiah is all over this one. It's amazing. I love it. Pretty excited to be able to read it for you guys. You know, it's for my benefit and yours as well. You know, we all learn everything. I'm learning just as you all are. Everyone's on different stages of the walk. So, all right, let's jump on into it here. Don't mean to ramble. So, the Testament of Levi, the third son of Jacob and Leah. Levi, the third son of Jacob and Leah, a mystic and dreamer of dreams, a prophet. Excuse me. The copy of the words of Levi, the things which he ordained unto his sons, according to all that they should do, and what things should befall them until the day of judgment. He was sound in health when he called them to him, for it had been revealed to him that he should die. And when they were gathered together, he said to them, I, Levi, was born in Haran, and I came with my fathers to Shechem. And I was young, about 20 years of age, when, with Simeon, I wrought vengeance in Hamor for our sister Dinah. In case you didn't know, where they were living, those inhabitants raped their sister. And when I was feeding the flocks in Abel-Mal, the spirit of understanding of Yah came upon me, and I saw all men corrupting their way, and that unrighteous had built for itself walls, and lawlessness sat upon towers, meaning sin was abound. And I was grieving for the race of the sons of men, and I prayed to Yah that I might be saved. Then there fell upon me a sleep, and I beheld a high mountain, and I was upon it. And behold, the heavens were open, and an angel of Yah said to me, Levi, enter. And I entered from the first heaven, and I saw there a great sea hanging. And further I saw a second heaven far brighter and more brilliant, for there was a boundless light also therein. Just want to pause here for a sec. This is talking about the heavens being open, aka the firmament. And guess what? He saw there the great sea hanging, the sea outside, the waters outside of the firmament. And then, in between that is where the sun and the moon are. So, anyway, I'll continue. And I said to the angel, why is this so? And the angel said to me, marvel not at this, for thou shalt see another heaven, more brilliant and incomparable. And this is where the throne of Yah is. And when thou hast ascended hither, has ascended thither, thou shalt stand near Yah, and shalt be his minister, and shall declare his mysteries to men, and shall proclaim concerning him that shall redeem Israel. And by thee and Judah shall Yah appear among men, saving every race of man. Right there, Messiah. And from Yahweh's portion shall be your life, and he shall buy your field, and he shall be your field and vineyard, and fruits, gold and silver. Hear therefore regarding the heavens which have been shown to thee. The lowest is for this cause gloomy unto thee, in that it beholds all the unrighteous deeds of men, and it has fire, snow, and ice made ready for the day of judgment, and the righteous judgment of Yah. For in it are all the spirits of the retributions for vengeance on men. And in the second are the hosts of the armies, which are ordained for the day of judgment, to work vengeance on the spirit of deceit and of Beliar. And above them are the holy ones. And in the highest of all dwell the great glory, far above all holiness. And in the heaven next to it are the archangels, who minister and make propitiation for Yahweh for all the sins of ignorance of the righteous, offering to Yahweh a sweet smelling savor, a reasonable and bloodless offering. And in the heaven below this are the angels who bear answers to the angels of the presence of Yahweh. And in the heaven next to this are thrones and dominions, in which always they offer praise to Yah. Then therefore Yahweh look upon us, all of us are shaken, yea, the heavens and the earth and the abysses are shaken at the presence of his majesty. But the sons of men, having no perception of these things, sin and provoke the Most High. So, kind of pause right there for a sec. Take a look at chat. This one's pretty. This one's got the Messiah all over in Levi here. Not only does Yahweh explain the Levitical priesthood, which before Moses and all that, but he explains Messiah. Like all of these have explained Messiah. They're the 12 patriarchs. They were before Moses, if you didn't know. Anyway, let me check the chat. Don't see anything yet. But hello, my viewers. I'm glad you guys can make it. I hope you're enjoying the reading. So, let's continue again here. Chapter 2. Now, therefore, know that Yahweh shall execute judgment upon the sons of men. Because when the rocks are being rent, and the sun quenched, and the waters dried up, and the fire cowering, and all creation troubled, and the invisible spirits melting away, and Hades take spoils through the visitations of the Most High, men will be unbelieving and persist in their iniquity. Just blind to what's going on, like many are today. On this account, with punishment shall they be judged. Therefore the Most High hath heard your prayer, to separate you from iniquity, and you shall become to him a son, and a servant, and a minister of his presence. The light of knowledge shall lift you up in Jacob, and as a son shall you be to all the seed of Israel. There shall be given to thee a blessing, and to all your seed, until Yahweh shall visit all the nations in his tender mercies forever. Just FYI, Gentiles means nations, so that's how I say it. And therefore, there having been given to thee counsel and understanding, that thou mightest instruct your sons concerning this. Because they that bless him shall be blessed, and they that curse him shall perish. And thereupon the angel opened to me the gates of heaven, and I saw the holy temple, and upon a throne of glory, the Most High. And he said to me, Levi, I have given thee a blessing of the priesthood until I come and sojourn in the midst of Israel. Then the angel brought me down to the earth, and gave me a shield and a sword, and said to me, Execute vengeance on Shechem because of Dinah, your sister, and I will be with you because Yahweh has sent me. Yeah, so this is expounding more on what I said earlier about their sister being raped. And I destroyed at that time the sons of Hamor, as it is written in the heavenly tables. And I said to him, I pray you, O Yahweh, tell me your name, that I may call upon you. He's not talking to Yahweh, he was talking to the angel. So, I pray thee, O Lord, tell me thy name, that I may call upon thee in the day of tribulation. And he said, I am the angel who intercedeth for the nation of Israel, that they may not be smitten utterly for every evil spirit that attack it. I think this is Michael, the archangel, because he's the interceder for Israel. It just doesn't give his name here. That's my opinion. Anyway. After these things I awakened, and blessed Yahweh, and the angel who interceded for the nation of Israel, and for all the righteous. Levi here is kind of the longest one, but I think it's a really good one, in my opinion. So, hope everyone's enjoying everything. Just kind of checking the chat, making sure everything's good still. Looks like it. Alright. I mean, if anyone has any questions about anything, I'll answer them. I might not see them immediately. But, when I stop and check the chat, I can get to them. If not, that's fine too. Just means you understand. Hopefully. So, alright. So I'll continue here. Let's go. Alright. So Levi has visions and shows what rewards are in store for the righteous. And when I was going to my father, I found a brazen shield, wherefore also the name of the mountain is Aspis, which is near Gebel, to the south of Abila. And I kept these words in my heart. And after this I counseled my father, and Reuben my brother, to bid the sons of Hamor not to be circumcised. For I was zealous because of the abomination which they had wrought on my sister. I slew Shechem first, and Simeon slew Hamor. And after this my brothers came and smote that city with the edge of the sword. And my father had heard these things, and was wroth, and he was grieved in that they had received the circumcision, and after that had been put to death. And in his blessings he looked amiss upon us. For we sinned because we had done this thing against his will, and he was sick on that day. But I saw that the sentence of Yah was for evil upon Shechem. It was God's will that happened. For they sought to do to Sarah and Rebekah as they had done to Dinah, our sister, but Yahweh prevented them. And they persecuted Abraham our father when he was a stranger, and they vexed his flocks when they were big with young. And Ebelin, who was born in his house, they most shamefully handled. And thus they did to all strangers, taking away their wives by force. And they banished them, but the wrath of Yahweh came upon them to the utmost. And I said to my father Jacob, by the will Yahweh despoil the Canaanites, and will give their land to you, and to your seed after you. Talking about Moses and all them. For from this day forward shall Shechem be called a city of imbeciles. For as a man mocked a fool, so did we mock them. Because also they had wrought folly in Israel by defiling my sister. And we departed and came to Bethel. And there again I saw a vision as the former, after we had spent there 70 days. And I saw 7 men in white raiment, saying unto me, Arise, put on the robe of the priesthood, and the crown of the righteousness, and the breastplate of understanding, and the garment of truth, and the late of faith, and the turban of the head, and the ephod of prophecy. Now, this is exactly, what Aaron and Moses had to wear as well. It's just amazing that the exact same stuff was passed down. I love it. Anyway, and they severally carried these things and put them on me, and said unto me, From henceforth become a priest of Yahweh, thou and your seed forever. And the first anointed with holy oil, and they first anointed me with holy oil, and gave me the staff of judgment. The second washed me with pure water, and fed me with bread and wine, even the most holy things, and clad me with a holy and glorious robe. The third clothed me with a linen vestment like an ephod, and the fourth put round me a girdle like unto purple. The fifth gave me a branch of rich olive. The sixth placed a crown on my head. The seventh on my head a diadem of priesthood, and filled my hands with incense, that I might serve as priest to Yahweh Sabaoth. And they said to me, Levi, thy seed shall be divided into 3 offices, for a sign of the glory of Yahweh is to come. And the first portion shall be great, yea, greater than it shall none be. Talking about, the Levitical priesthood. The second shall be in the priesthood, and the third shall be called by a new name, because a king shall arise in Judah, and shall establish a new priesthood after the fashion of the nations. Talking about Messiah again. And his presence is beloved as a prophet of the Most High, of the seed of Abraham our father. Still talking about Messiah. Therefore, every desirable thing in Israel shall be for thee and thy seed, and ye shall eat everything fair to look upon, and the table of Yahweh shall thy seed apportion. And some of them shall be high priests and judges and scribes, for by their mouth shall the holy places be guarded. And when I awoke, I understood that this dream was like the first dream, and I hid this also in my heart, and told it not to any man upon earth. And after 2 days I and Judah went up with our father Jacob to Isaac, our father's father. And my father's father blessed me according to all the words of the vision which I had seen, and he would not come with us to Bethel. And when we came to Bethel, my father saw a vision concerning me, that I should be their priest unto Yahweh. And he rose up early in the morning, and paid tithes of all of Yah through me. And so we came to Hebron to dwell there. And Isaac called me continually to put me in remembrance of the law of Yahweh, the Torah, even as the angel of Yah showed unto me. And he taught me the law of the priesthood of sacrifices, whole burnt offerings, first fruits, free will offerings, peace offerings. I just think it's pretty amazing. He showed him all these, even before Moses' time, where they were doing all these. Excuse me. And each day he was instructing me, and was busied on my behalf before Yahweh, and said to me, Beware the spirit of fornication, for this shall continue, and shall by thy seed pollute the holy place. Take therefore to thyself a wife without blemish or pollution, while yet you are young, and not of the race of strange nations. Excuse me. And before entering into the holy place, bathe, and when thou offerest the sacrifice, wash, and again when thou finish the sacrifice, wash. Of the 12 trees having leaves offer to Yah, as Abraham taught me also. And of every clean beast and bird offer a sacrifice to Yah. And of all thy first fruits, and of wine offer the first, as a sacrifice to Yahweh Sebaoth. And every sacrifice thou shalt salt with salt. You know, salt is the flavoring, the good flavoring in this context. Now therefore observe whatsoever I command you, children. For whatsoever things I have heard from my fathers, I have declared unto you. And behold, I am clear from your ungodliness and transgression, which ye shall commit in the end of ages, against the Savior of the world, Messiah, Christ, acting godlessly, deceiving Israel, stirring up against it great evils from Yahweh. And ye shall deal lawlessly together with Israel, so he shall not bear with Jerusalem because of your wickedness. But the veil of the temple shall be rent, so as not to cover your shame. Also prophesied when Messiah was crucified, the veil of the temple was rent exactly in half and uncovered their shame. Amazing. Anyway, and ye shall be scattered as captives among the Gentiles, and shall be for a reproach, and for a curse there, and for the house which Yahweh shall choose shall be called Jerusalem, as it is contained in the book of Enoch, the righteous. Again, makes mention of Enoch. I'm pretty sure Enoch is an important book. Anyway, therefore, when I took a wife, I was 28 years old, and her name was Milcah. And she conceived and bare a son, and I called his name Gershom. For we were sojourners in our land, and I saw concerning him that he would not be in the first rank. And Kohath was born in the 35th year of my life, towards sunrise. And I saw in a vision that he was standing on high in the midst of all the congregation. Therefore I called his name Kohath, which is beginning of majesty and instruction. And she bare me a third son in the 40th year of my life. And since his mother bare him with difficulty, I called him Merari, that is, my bitterness, because he also was like to die. And Joabad was born in Egypt in my 64th year, for I was renowned then in the midst of my brethren. And Gershom took a wife, and she bare to him Lomni and Semi, the sons of Kohath, Abram and Issachar, Hebron, and Uzziel, the sons of Merari, Muli, and Muses. Interesting. Anyway, and in the 94th year, Abram took Joabed, my daughter, to him to wife. For they were born in one day, he and my daughter. 8 years old was I when I went into the land of Canaan, and 18 years when I slew Shechem. And at 19 years I became priest, and at 28 years I took a wife, and at 48 I went into Mitzrayim, Egypt. And behold, my children, ye are a third generation. In my 118th year Joseph died. Let's check the chat here again real quick. Hold on just a moment. Yeah, I told you this one's actually longer than the other ones. But yeah, it's a very interesting read. I like it. A lot about Messiah, a lot about the Levitical priesthood before Moses and Aaron. It's funny that they're doing the exact same things. It's amazing. Just the insight you get from reading all these books. Who decided to take these books out? Some guy 100 years ago that wanted to use it for control and to rule over people. That's not what the Bible is about. That's not what Scripture is about. It's not to control or rule over people. It's not to be taken out of context. Context is key to everything. You can't just pick one verse and go off for 2 hours about it and take it way out of context, which is what a lot of preachers and pastors do in these churches. I'm not about that. I went through all that. I never felt right in any secular religion I was in. This is the only thing I have found that I've felt right. The way His Word, cover to cover, it's not what men say. It's not. Just read. I will be here. Anyway, let me continue. Sorry about rambling on. Levi shows how wisdom survives destruction. He has no use for scornful people. And now, my children, I command you, fear Yahweh, Sevaoth, with your whole heart, and walk in simplicity according to all his law, the Torah. And do ye also teach your children letters, that they may have understanding all their life, reading unceasingly the law of God, the Torah. For every one that knoweth the law of Yahweh shall be honored, and shall not be a stranger whithersoever he goeth. Yea, many friends shall he gain, more than his parents, and many men shall desire to serve him, and to hear the law from his mouth. Work righteousness, therefore, my children, upon the earth, that ye may have it as a treasure in heaven, and sow good things in your souls, that ye may find them in your life. But if ye sow evil things, ye shall reap every trouble and affliction. The old saying, you reap what you sow. Anyway, get wisdom in the fear of Yahweh with diligence. For though there be a leading into captivity, and cities and lands will be destroyed, and gold and silver and every possession perish, the wisdom of the wise naught can take away, save the blindness of ungodliness and the callousness that comes of sin. For if one keep oneself from these evil things, and even among his enemies shall wisdom be a glory to him, and in a strange country a fatherland, and in the midst of its foes shall prove a friend. Whosoever teaches noble things and does them shall be enthroned with kings, and as was also Joseph my brother. Therefore, my children, I have learnt that at the end of the age you will transgress against Yahweh, stretching out hands to wickedness against him, and to all the nations shall you become a scorn. I'm talking about the Levitical priesthood, because, they didn't keep their ways. For our father Israel is pure from the transgressions of the chief priests, who shall lay their hands upon the Savior of the world. Talking about the Pharisees who, killed the Messiah. Pharisees who follow the Babylonian Talmud. Anyway, for as the heaven is pure in Yahweh's sight than the earth, so also be ye, the light of Israel, purer than all the nations. But if ye be darkened through transgressions, what, therefore, will all the nations do living in blindness? Yea, ye shall bring a curse upon our race, because the light of the law, which was given for to light every man, this ye desire to destroy, by teaching commandments contrary to the ordinances of Yahweh. The offerings of Yah ye shall rob, and from his portion ye shall steal choice portions, eating them contemptuously with harlots. And out of covetousness ye shall teach the commandments of Yah. Wedded women shall ye pollute, and the virgins of Jerusalem shall ye defile, and with harlots and adulteresses shall ye be joined, and the daughters of the nations shall ye take to wife, purifying them with an unlawful purification. And your union shall be like unto Sodom and Gomorrah, and ye shall be puffed up because of your priesthood, lifting yourselves up against men, and not only so, but also against the commandments of Yahweh. For ye shall contemn the holy things with jests and laughter. Therefore the temple which Yahweh shall choose shall be laid waste through your uncleanness, and ye shall be captives throughout all your nations. Talking about when the temple was destroyed after Messiah was crucified. And ye shall be, he was talking about Solomon's temple when the Babylonians destroyed it. My bad. Forgive me. And ye shall be an abomination unto them, and ye shall receive reproach and everlasting shame from the righteous judgment of Yahweh. And all who hate you shall rejoice at your destruction. And if you were not to receive mercy through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our fathers, not one of our seed should be left upon the earth. And now I have learnt that 47 weeks ye shall go astray, profane the priesthood, and pollute the sacrifices. And ye shall make void the law, the Torah, and set at naught the words of the prophets by evil perverseness. And ye shall persecute righteous men, and hate the godly. The words of the faithful shall ye abhor. And a man who reneweth the law in the power of the Most High ye shall call a deceiver. And at last ye shall rush upon him to slay him, not knowing his dignity, taking innocent blood through wickedness upon your heads. Again, when they gave Messiah up to be, to be killed, they even took that blood on their hands. They proclaimed it. Pretty disgusting. Forgive me. I'll go on. And your holy places shall be laid waste, even to the ground, because of him. And ye shall have no place that is clean, but ye shall be among the nations a curse and a dispersion, until he shall again visit you. In pity shall receive you through faith and water. Again, Levi's the longest one here. It actually seems kind of longer in this than it does the Sefer. Not 100%. Huh? Let me check the chat, see what's going on. Huh. No one yet. Alright, so I think this is the last chapter. Pretty sure. But let's dive right in. He prophesied the coming of the Messiah. This was written 100 years before Christ. And whereas ye have heard concerning the 70 weeks, hear also concerning the priesthood. For in each jubilee there shall be a priesthood. And in the first jubilee, the first who is anointed to the priesthood shall be great, and shall speak to Yah as to a father. I'll talk about Aaron and Moses. And his priesthood shall be perfect with Yah, and in the day of his gladness shall he arise for the salvation of the world. In the second jubilee, that is anointed shall be conceived in the sorrow of beloved ones, and his priesthood shall be honored, and shall be glorified by all. And the third priest shall he taken hold of by sorrow. And the fourth shall be in pain, because unrighteousness shall gather itself against him exceedingly, and all Israel shall hate each one his neighbor. And the fifth shall be taken hold of by darkness, likewise also the sixth and the seventh. And in the seventh shall be such pollution as I cannot express before men. For they shall know it who do these things. Therefore shall they be taken captive and become a prey, and their land and their substance shall be destroyed. And in the 5th week they shall return to their desolate country, and shall renew the house of Yah. And in the 7th week shall become priests who are idolaters, adulterers, lovers of money, proud, lawless, lavish, abusers of children and beasts. Kind of like a lot of the Catholics and all them today. Anyway, after their punishment shall have come from Yah, the priesthood shall fail. Then shall Yahweh raise up a new priest, Messiah, and to him all the words of Yah shall be revealed, and he shall execute a righteous judgment upon the earth for a multitude of days, Messiah. And his star shall arise in heaven as of a king, lighting up the light of knowledge as the sun the day, and he shall be magnified in the world. Talk about his star when the three magi saw the signs in the heavens, knew. That's what they're talking about. Anyway, he shall shine forth as the sun on earth, and shall remove all darkness from under heaven, and there shall be peace in all the earth. The heavens shall exult in his days, and the earth shall be glad, and the clouds shall rejoice, and the knowledge of Yahweh shall be poured forth upon the earth, as the water of the seas. And the angels of the glory of the presence of Yahweh shall be glad in him. The heavens shall be opened, and from the temple of glory shall come upon him sanctification with the Father's voice, as from Abraham to Isaac. And the glory of the Most High shall be uttered over him, and the spirit of understanding and sanctification shall rest upon him in the water. For he shall give the majesty of Yahweh to his sons, in truth forevermore. And there shall none succeed him for all generations forever. And in his priesthood the Gentiles shall be multiplied in knowledge upon the earth, or the nations shall be multiplied in knowledge upon the earth, and enlightened through the grace of Yahweh. In his priesthood shall sin come to an end, and the lawless shall cease to do evil. And he shall open the gates of paradise, and shall remove the threatening sword against Adam. And he shall give it to the saints to eat from the tree of life, and the spirit of holiness shall be on them. And Baal shall be bound by him, and he shall give power to his children to tread upon the evil spirits. And Yahweh shall rejoice in his children, and be well pleased in his beloved ones forever. Then shall Abraham and Isaac and Jacob exult, and I will be glad, and all the saints shall clothe themselves with joy. Now, my children, ye have heard all. Choose therefore for yourselves either the light or the darkness, either the law of Yahweh or the works of Baal. And Baal is also Satan. And his sons answering him, saying, Before Yahweh we will walk according to his law. And their father said unto them, Yahweh is witness, and his angels are witness, and ye are witness, and I am witness, concerning the words of your mouth. And his son said to him, We are witnesses. And thus Levi ceased commanding his sons. And he stretched out his feet on the bed, and was gathered to his fathers, after he had lived 137 years. And they laid him in a coffin, and afterwards they buried him in Hebron, with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Alright. Amazing. That whole last section right there is just describes Messiah and what he's going to do and what he came for. Amazing. And that's the whole thing. The only thing that was changed from Yahweh's law, his Torah, was the priesthood. That we're no longer required, sacrifices, because Messiah was our sacrifice. And through him, we gain atonement and are able to come close to Yah. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I know I did. If there's any questions, anything, I'd be more than happy to answer them. You can even put them in the comments if you're not watching it live. But same thing next week. We're going to do the next 3 patriarchs. I'm going to try and do it the same style, but I'm going to try and create all 3 of the videos right now, so it won't be, hopefully, not as confusing. Anyway, shalom mishpacha. I hope you guys have a blessed day, blessed week, and we'll see you next Monday. Blessings.